Hi, so I'm Nathan, and I created the idea for Helping Hands monitoring system. For the past few months, I've been contacting restaurant owners, and then also have been running logistical aspects of our project.
I'm Emerson, and I've been working on creating the hardware and building software for the system.
So imagine you're in a restaurant bathroom washing your hands. You hear the flush of a toilet, and you look up from the sink to see an employee of the restaurant walk out the stall behind you, and then proceed to walk directly out the bathroom. You're baffled because right there on the mirror is a sign saying, employees must wash hands before returning to work. Should you speak up? You go back to washing your hands and think about what you should do. Should you go to that employee and tell them to go back to the restroom and wash their hands? Do you go to management and inform them that health regulations aren't being followed? Or do you go back to your table and pray to God that that employee did not touch your food? You decide to go back to your table because that's the least intrusive option. So, according to the CDC, what that employee should have done is wash their hands, obviously. They should have used soap and warm water, and then rub their hands under the faucet for at least 20 seconds. So that means for the entire duration of the slide. But what employee actually wants to do that? They don't have the time on a busy shift when they have customers waiting.
So 3 relevant statistics that we found. 50% of all illnesses are associated with restaurants. And in a study of 250 restaurants, 62% of their employees did not wash their hands after handling raw meat. And also, of a study of 500 employees, 60% of them said they came to work with stomach flu-like symptoms.
Yeah, and then, so the idea behind our project is that we want to track employee hand washing while still maintaining dignity and privacy of both the employees and the customers. And so, with the technology that's widely available, we're able to make this project available. We're able to keep track of the record.
Yeah, so the software side of this is, it's basically a web application that will record the RFID tags, I'll explain it later, when they come in, and we'll be able to track each employee's, how many times they wash their hands, and we'll allow managers and employees to set, to see where that is. And then for the hardware, it's basically an ordinary soap dispenser, and we outfitted it with a microcontroller and an RFID reader. And when the employee puts their hands under the soap dispenser, it'll read their unique RFID tag, and it'll send it to the server to keep track of how many times they wash their hands every day.
And so we've reached out to local business owners, and by the responses gathered, we've concluded that our product would be best focused on higher-end, like fast food restaurants like Panera Bread or Fuddruckers. We've had statements such as, we spend a lot of time, energy, and money talking about hygiene, and in regards to our product itself, we've heard that the key is execution and follow-up, which we believe we possess.
Yeah, and so with the money, if we win, we would spend a lot of it toward prototyping and discovering new, different ideas, different takes, ways to improve it, as well as getting some seed funding for the initial development of these and sending them out. Thank you.
So when did you come up with the original idea to pursue this?
Literally probably the week of the social venture idea. And I was like, oh, this is great. Because I was in a restroom, I think it was at Cheesecake Factory, and one of the employees didn't wash their hands. I was thoroughly disgusted.
So you saw this.
That was me. I'm trying to put you guys in perspective.
Implement change.
Yeah.
I love that. Awesome.
Is there, I don't know the technology all that well, is there a way to trick the sensor and think that well?
I mean, you can like quick put your hand in the soap dispenser and like
Not have the soap down
have the
your
soap
hand.
like fall out, and then it would, but it's like why?
If you're going through that hassle, might as well just wash your hands. I mean, if you have the soap on your hand already, why not just stick your hands over the faucet?
Right.
So,
I mean, you could put you could like get the soap and then like just wash one hand off,
yeah.
and you want to wash your hands, but why would you do that?
Yeah, two questions. One is, it looked like you had a website and stuff up. Do you kind of already have some?
No, we don't.
Like a mock-up?
We have a mock-up, but we don't have like an actual server or website already, which I feel like it shouldn't be too hard to get that going.
Yeah, we're planning on having the prototype ready for the final round.
Mm-hmm.
We're very we're very well along in the web application and the hardware part of it. We just need to do some final testing, and it should be ready to go very soon.
Another question, what do you, if you were an employee in a restaurant, what do you think your reaction would be? And I know very, very little about that kind of, this area, but like legally, or would that be something that like a employer like could mandate on their employee without any kind of push, like?
To be honest, I have no idea, but the thing is, they're already legally supposed to wash their hands, so this is just helping like enforce policies already that are made. And there's no, like, the way we maintain privacy is that there's no like visual or audio recording going on, so we thought that'd be a little too invasive.
Right, the system isn't technically real time. When like the manager can't like watch the screen and see exactly when the employees are in the bathroom. So there's no like weird privacy issues there. It's very non-invasive. We made sure that it wouldn't scare anybody or anything like that.
All right, sorry, I asked. Sorry for asking two questions.
That's fine.
My second question is, so in the process of surveying, sounds like you did some like good research and surveying some restaurants. When did you propose this idea to them, and how did they respond?
We talked about a general idea of saying like what would be the best way to go about this, and we're just saying like at first we're thinking just make sure like kind of like slap the employees on the hand if they're to walk out of the restroom without washing their hands. But then we got the idea that like from responses we wanted to enforce and like regulate it. So rather than just being negative reinforcement, we're trying to like establish good habits rather.
I would love to see like present the idea maybe, or just like try and sum up the idea and just see how they would respond.
Mhm.
If you have time for that. But I just need to see.
Awesome.
Yeah, good work.
Do you have an estimate of your initial cost to get it started and do your research?
Prototyping, it would maybe $1,000 for a different text RFID readers and tags. That would be maybe a minimum to get a website, maybe $500 max, because it'd be a yearly cost of probably $100 plus. We would want to buy theming ideas, but Emerson is able to do the websites. We're looking at maybe, say we want 5 of these products in a restaurant, so we have it very well like regulated. That would probably cost around $500 for that restaurant, but then that's just the cost. It's just a one-time cost.
One more question, just for me to be able to visualize it, how would they be wearing little wristbands, or how would the?
Okay.
We're still kind of playing around with different ideas. Bracelets would be the obvious one, but bracelets are kind of annoying, especially when you're in your restaurant, you're using your hands, it gets caught or it gets whatever, it falls off, you lose it. We're working on a way to possibly integrate it into like a name tag, so that it would be either like a chip in the name tag or just be the name tag itself. And so that, because it's out of the way, everybody wears it, so that when you scan it, it reads that off the name tag, and so there's no other extra baggage, bracelet, hassle.
And that'd be the prototyping phase, because we wanted to see like what's the best range for that.
Right.
Like right now, we can easily make a name bracelets, because they already have those that we can just put on the soap dispenser. It's just like the name, the tags for like getting to fan or something like that. That's the same type of technology.
Thank you so much.